Hello, Hot Wheels collectors. Well, that's this one. You can look up that video later. Anyways, I made this one a while back, and now MiniGT has hopefully a better version of it. It is MiniGT number 644, the Bugatti EB110 GT in blue Bugatti color. And this brand actually does licensing. You know, they do it legit. So Bugatti said this looks good, and hopefully it is inside. Let's take a look. Not For me, it's not really an attractive car, but maybe you like it. I like the packaging that MiniGT has because it's so small. It's not wasteful and you can collect it. You can display your car somewhere else and still keep the packaging. Another nice thing about MiniGT are the rubbery mirrors. They're not going to just snap off like hard plastic. Let's look at these images here. So they modeled these funky, like, they look like DTM wheels to me. The wing is in the up position. Doug DeMiro. Wing is in the down position. Okay. Well, so far I don't see anything off, but sometimes I see things wrong after I shoot the video. You know, I do this all live. I don't edit my stuff usually. There's no reason to. Okay, tail light colors. Questionable. Get this knife out of the way. Exactly. Get those camera photos out of the view. They're a little distracting. Well, let's mix it up and start with the top view. Go from the wing here. Alright, well, it's not a metallic blue. I guess that's probably the blue of the real car. It's just like a kind of darker baby blue color. What I really like is this engine. It's actually not even centered. It's offset down here, but there's a blue stripe in it. And you got the, I guess, 12 cylinders in this thing. Maybe there's more. I'm not sure if the real car does. There's some blue also on these pipes. Pipe fittings, I guess, maybe. Oh, silver there. Canister of some sort. Maybe an oil reservoir. Not sure what else is going on, but decent enough detail for a model of this price. You have these vents, and they're painted black, so that's nice. You can actually feel the ridges in there. Decent enough roof. A little oily from some sort of production process. And then the interior seems okay. It's all black plastic, which is common for a model of this price range. The wiper blade here is a little bit protruding. Unfortunately, because it has molded windows, the distortion is just crazy, right? Look at the pick on the other side. It's really distorted, so it's really hard to see, you know, through the car. But this window here, it does say 110 EB right there, Tampo printed on. It's not a decal. The window graphic is on the outside surface, though. I guess they had to do that because it's thick plastic on the inside. Alright, well, anyways, it's interesting that you can actually see the engine through this window. I did not know that about the real car. And then it's got, are these windows within windows? Yeah, I think it's got like a little hint of that little extra window brake. Sorry, I'm just almost focused, but kind of like a DeLorean, but it's not printed. I kind of feel like they may have wanted to print that line instead of having it in the mold because it's barely noticeable in the mold. Alright, so maybe looking through the front windscreen you can see the seats. They're just black molded. Let me get a flashlight, that'll help out. There's no rear view mirror, but you can actually see through to the back. There's a pin holding the plastic windows in place. There's some ribbing on the seats. Door panels. Yeah, an armrest, it looks like. Maybe a stick shift or something there. Can't see much of the instrument cluster. It's distorted. Yeah, some round gauges, it looks like. Some center console vents. Steering wheel has air passing between the spokes. It's all standard fare, really. Not bad. Alright, let's see what else is going on the outside. We have some Nakaducks here. A little bit of black. Is that paint? Yeah, there's better paint on this side. This side not quite enough, but it's nice that they even bothered because the vent is so shallow. What is a bit odd is these much deeper vents have no paint. So that's kind of odd. Oh well. Again, the rubbery mirrors are great. Probably don't want to play with them too much, but and then they're recessed, so if you want, you could back it with your finger and maybe take a silver Sharpie, or a Sharpie might be a bad idea. Silver paint, and then you could wipe off the edge with your fingertip and probably get most of it off. Sharpie stains, yeah, Sharpies are quite effective, so I would say don't use a Sharpie. Okay, there's some silver hood pins, I'm gonna guess is what those dots are, but that's exactly what I'm doing, guessing. The black outline of the headlight covers is there, the orange here is present, and then it looks like a little projector and a regular halogen or something back there, but there's no paint on any of those headlights in there, so that's unfortunate. Yeah, so yeah, that's kind of weak, you know. I feel like there should be silver in those two things, because they just don't look like headlights if they're blue. When's the last time you saw a blue headlight when they're, off? It's just odd. The Bugatti logo is centered, so that's good. I'm gonna zoom in, but I don't know if we're gonna. Oh, what do you know? It's actually kind of legible. That's impressive. Didn't expect that. Yeah, there's a better look at those headlights with no silver paint. Okay, so no black in this vent here either, but that's understandable. What is nice is, these grill openings are deep, so I'm not sure if there's black paint or if that's the black plastic base back there, but they look like black vents to me. This actually, maybe that is paint there. And again, these are pretty nice and deep, but no black paint there. The wheels, well, they're blanked off, so yeah, they're not that great. The tires, though, look pretty good. The center knockoff is nice. There's a black dot printed in the middle, and the stance is pretty good. MiniGT likes to make their stuff roll, and I'm pretty sure all of them do, at least in my experience. So if you want a really nice looking Hot Wheels, MiniGT is it. But unfortunately, because they want to be a nice Hot Wheels, these are blanked off wheels. You see, these are 3D printed wheels. Those are open holes. I designed these wheels myself. But, they're very brittle plastic. They wouldn't stand up to being played with. So, as a collector, I want something realistic looking. I don't care about playability. And so, if you're the same way, you should stop asking for rolling models, because you have to sacrifice realism for a toy. So, if you want to collect toys, maybe stick to the Hot Wheels, and you can roll all day long. But when you start asking companies like MiniGT to make Hot Wheels features, you're asking them to get rid of details. So that's my take on things. No black paint there, unfortunately. But oddly, it's in the really thin one back here. So there's some weird decisions as to where they're putting the black paint. Really interesting. What's nice is the clear taillights. Yeah, that's not paint, it's actually translucent, but there's silver paint, I'm guessing, back behind here. So it's pretty impressive that they can mold this plastic with yellow, red, and the same thing, as well as the clear. So that's nice. And then you got black printing here for these vents, which is good. No license plate, unfortunately, but the exhaust tips look nice and round. They're silver paint, but there's a little bit of a recess in there. Same with this little third brake light thing. This is just all plain black here. Alright, so the wing obviously is passing some air. Seems to be a separate piece. And, okay, so that's that. I didn't even realize that this was a recessed wing on the real car. So it usually is just down. Never noticed that before. Alright, and then as usual, MiniGT just doesn't care to let you know what the car is unless you display it inside the box. So it's just stupid. It's just downright stupid, and I say it every time. You can disagree with me all you want, but I don't know why Hot Wheels can tell you, hey, this is a Bugatti EB110. Alright? But MiniGT, you're just going to pick it up and be like, hey, that's a nice blue car. That's a cool blue car. Did you see that blue car the other day? It looks so much better than that other blue car. Oh, really? So it just leads to stupid conversations. Alright. It is screwed together though, so if you want to customize that interior, you know, give it a custom interior or something, or even add more details to the engine, you could quite easily. Alright. So those are my gripes, and good and bad about the brand. So like, you know, so unfair comparison, you know, the Hot Wheels probably costs, it's less than $3, maybe $1 if you live in America. But clearly it's not 1/64 scale, it's quite huge. And then Hot Wheels has these weird, you know, this plastic here is the plastic of the headlights, so it's nice that they, I guess, tried it, but sometimes I kind of feel like the printed headlights that Hot Wheels does are better than the plastic. What's impressive is they actually got the engine details in there underneath that rear windscreen. I added all this black paint myself though. And then the 3 dots, yeah, it's generally quite similar. There's no mirrors though on a Hot Wheels because again it's a toy. They would just break off on the track. Okay, so all in all though, I gotta say for the price of a Hot Wheels, it's not bad. And then for the price of the Mini GT, again, it's not bad. It could be better if it wasn't designed to be a toy. Again, the wheels would have hollow holes there. So, but, or Mini GT, no, never mind. I was going to say you should go to 3D printed wheels. But again, that comes back to the toy thing. They would be too brittle to roll. They would crack and break. Alright. So let's look at a few other Bugattis. Auto Art. This is one of their older ones. This is the original Bugatti Veyron. Alright. But with the Dubai police livery. Those cops roll in style. And then a long time ago there was a brand called Grille and Partners. So this is the Super Sport. They were lower quality though than all the other ones. There's something about them that just made them cheaper. Like that paint rash isn't helping. And then I added some extra Hot Wheels aftermarket wheels onto this one. Okay. So here's a gold and black car that Mini GT did. Just ignore that because Mini GT thinks it's not important. And then you can customize it. You know, I did customize the interior. I painted that tan, I believe. And then maybe I painted these wheels as well because I think they're just black beforehand. Here's that other blue car that Mini GT did. Yeah, Mini GT does good blue cars. And they also do decent white cars, although this one has a messed up exhaust tip. So, but I did repaint that interior as well. So there's a bunch of various cars by Mini GT, and then we have 2 Bugattis by Auto Art and Grille Partners. So, see where I'm getting at? Is this silly not telling you what the car is? This is really strange. Okay, well anyways, I would have to say this is the ugliest of the cars. It's just a really odd looking style of a vehicle. It looks like a doorstop, but an ugly pig-faced doorstop. Whereas, you know, these more recent ones, I do like the styling of them. The original one looks quite dated though now. It's kind of ugly looking. It looks like a flattened, elongated Audi TT. It is part of the Volkswagen group, so I guess it makes sense, both of those. Alright, let's get these out and just let this blue car go for a spin. So I'll collect more Mini GTs. I won't know what they are in the future, but I'll collect them. And ideally, you guys that are new to the hobby, you gotta get away from Hot Wheels. You're the ones that are keeping this hobby retarded. And by retarded, I mean you're literally slowing down progress like a paint retarder. Not like in an offensive way to human beings, although I feel those human beings don't even understand what they're being called. But anyway, so if you want to keep on retarding this hobby, continue asking for rolling models, continue asking for opening panels and stuff like that, and then the hobby will never be good. So if you want to skip all that stuff, just go to resins, because resins are hobby. They're more like scale models, whereas this thing is still a toy. Alright, those are my takes. Maybe not so positive, but I also don't want people wasting money. You know, honestly, if you want to have an inexpensive hobby to really enjoy and you like cars, get RC vehicles. They're much cheaper and you can actually drive the things. But if you like things that just look nice, get some resin models. Alright, talk to you later. See ya. Bye.